Today is Valentine's Day, and is love in the air, or is it just capitalism? If you ask someone about their opinion on Valentine's Day, you'll usually get a love or hate response, which is pretty ironic for a day all about celebrating love. So, is Valentine's Day a day that is truly about love, or is it more about chocolates, teddy bears, and cards? Let's have a look at the history of Valentine's Day, and although the true origins are actually pretty vague, but the first Valentine's Day is thought to have started around 496 AD. It's thought to have started from the Roman holiday Lupercalia or Lupercalia, I'm not entirely too sure how you say that, but this happened in mid-February. Lupercalia was apparently then outlawed by Pope Gelasius and replaced with St. Valentine's Day. St. Valentine was martyred and buried on February the 14th, and then this became the Feast of St. Valentine, which has been observed since the 8th century. Chaucer was the first to link love with St. Valentine in his 14th century work. Shakespeare also did this, he romanticised St. Valentine's Day as well. You can kind of see the start of the early commercialisation of Valentine's Day even way back to the Middle Ages. For example, people made handmade decorated gifts with hearts and doves and cupids, and also young men and women would take names out of a bowl and whoever's name they got would be their Valentine, and as well as this they would also write the name of their Valentine on their sleeve. In the 18th century in England, people also sent Valentine's greeting cards. As well as this, they also sent cards that had secret hidden panels so that they could put messages in. And in the 19th century, mass-produced cards started to replace handmade cards. And you can see here a picture of a Victorian Valentine's Day card from 1870. I'm not sure if this is handmade or mass-produced, but all the same, it is very, very beautiful. Fast forward to now, and Valentine's Day has become, like many things in our society, an opportunity for social media and for keeping up with the Joneses. And in 2024, the UK spent an estimated £2.1 billion on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to read an extract from this article, which is from The Independent. And it says, a poll of 2015 adults found that half thought of Valentine's Day as a waste of money, with novelty mugs, cheap underwear, and gift vouchers among the worst presents. 50% are bored of the same old gestures and would like their partner to make more effort, rather than splurge money on items they don't really want. Other disappointing gifts include candles, budget jewellery, and the wrong perfume, with some also having received socks, a half-eaten box of chocolates, and a car mat. I think this just goes to show that there is such a big push from marketing and companies on Valentine's Day to just spend on literally anything, like just for the sake of it, because you feel like you have to for Valentine's Day to show up for it in some sort of way, even if it is a car mat or a half-eaten box of chocolates. And if you've ever done the 4 or 5, I think it is, love language test, then you'll probably find that gift giving or gift receiving, it may be, it may not be, but you may find that it's actually not your love language, and that's actually not the way that you actually want to receive love. I think a lot of us would find that actually acts of service or quality time is the way that we prefer to give and receive love, but because there is not any money in that so much, you could say, you know, going for a date in a restaurant or something like that, but generally you're spending money on gifts, and so therefore there is a big push from companies towards gifts, and there is just so much stuff from companies and their marketing teams around and on Valentine's Day. Like, for example, if you look at this Aldi tweet, like, it just shows that they really want to push you towards, with humour I suppose, I did kind of laugh at this, towards going to buying gifts. Even if you've agreed between each other that you're not going to do that, they're kind of playing into that. And in this way, Valentine's Day does just play so much on emotions, because even if you've agreed as a couple that you're not really interested in doing anything for Valentine's Day in terms of actually buying each other something or even going out to a restaurant, it makes you feel guilty. Like, the pinpoint for these marketing companies is to really try and make you feel guilty and bad, and that your partner is actually secretly angry with you and hates you because you didn't get them that box of chocolates or flowers. I'm going to read you again another extract from that same article in The Independent, and it says that while some consider Valentine's Day to be money down the drain, 31% admit they'd be miffed if their other half did absolutely nothing. Not to mention the fact that actually Valentine's Day does create a lot of waste. For example, millions of cards are sent each year and end up in the landfill. As well as this, there's also flowers, which are usually imported, and with that comes carbon emissions. There's lots of food waste from restaurants. There's balloons, which aren't biodegradable. Glitter, again, which isn't biodegradable. There is a way that we can combat this, I suppose, by doing our own handcrafted gifts and cards, which is actually a bit more thoughtful, I suppose, and something that is mass produced. But the reality of actually doing this isn't actually so strong, because a lot of us just simply don't have the time. And it's very easy and convenient to just go out and buy something quickly. Though we may roll our eyes at Valentine's Day and see it as something that is purely money grabbing, at the heart of it though, is it not just about celebrating love? And I think we could all agree that a bit of love and affection is something that we could see a little bit more of in this world. Sure, you could certainly have the argument of, I don't need to have a day where everyone says that I need to go and show my partner that I love them, because I already show them that I love them. I already tell them that I love them every day. And I certainly see this point of view, but also I do think that it's quite lovely the fact that we have this one day in the year where many people in the world just get together and they just celebrate the person that they love. And I think it's just nice that we have a time where we all just do that, and we all just think about the emotion of love and the act of being affectionate and everything that comes with it. Like I said, I suppose it is a little bit rare that we do all just think about love and show love and have a day where we do that. So yeah, I think it's quite nice in this way. And I think that it's really nice and interesting in the way that Valentine's Day is growing, in the fact that it's not just about the traditional love that it always has been, and the traditional love that's always been deemed as being acceptable. For example, we now also have Valentine's Day, which I think is really lovely. The fact that we as friends just get together and just share our love for each other and our platonic friendships. Also, I think the fact that we can now really celebrate inclusive love in whatever shape or form that may be. And also the fact that we're also going into self-love and self-love ideas as well. That's something that certainly within the last couple of years has grown even more. Meaning that even if you don't have a partner, you can still celebrate Valentine's Day by going on solo dates and just showing up for yourself, because why not? Because at the heart of it, once you do get past the annoyance with gifts and consumerism, it is about love, passion, affection, and care. And those are undeniably beautiful things. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below. Is Valentine's Day just consumeristic nonsense laden with marketing ploys, or is it a tradition that genuinely celebrates and inspires love? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!